welcome along and welcome back to Attingham Park. Today we're going to continue getting the fields ready for planting the winter wheat. We are concentrating on field 14 here with the slurry. I'm not quite sure where we got up to last time. We still have field 12B that is still being mulched. So we're continuing on with that. In fact, field 14, I think we had we had sorghum in here. So after sorghum is actually the canola, I think, if I remember correctly. Yes, because we went wheat on the bottom field, so we go sorghum onto that. So yeah, that's my order. So we're going to get this done. I don't think we're going to do much else with this field other than this. But we're just trying to get basically this done now that we've got it started. And I think we're just going to probably put straight wheat into the sorghum, into the canola field up the top, up to field 12B. So if we can get the stuff ready and working on here, then we're going to be pretty good. We're going to be doing the sell-off. We've still got lots of stuff to sell off. We need to go and collect up more bales off field 12A and get them sold. We need to go and grab the bales off field 6 as well and get them sold off. So it's all go round here. We're still a working farm, even though we're coming to the end. And with that, we want to keep things turning over as if we were going into the next year. Now, having said that, we do need to turn some of our attention across to the pigs and how old some of them are. We're getting a few that are coming up to sellable, and in fact there's a couple who are pretty much spot on for the next set of sell-offs. We've got 16 at 25 months, which are almost ready to reproduce. We've got a few at 24 months. We've got a few at 21 months as well. Basically, anything that's hit 1200, we kind of want to sell. And we've run out of slurry again. We're about halfway through field 14, which is great. We want to keep this just generating, or we want to keep just going back and forth and putting slurry on here today. So at the 25 months are about 75% ready. I think we're going to try and sell off a load of pigs. We don't have a huge amount of space in our pig pen. Let's have a look at this as we go past. But I think our pig pen is actually fairly full at the moment. It was a problem before. We didn't have any piglets turning up because we'd run out of space in the pig pen. So I want to make sure that if we're going to go and sell a load, we want to make sure that we have, well, if we've got puberty, if we've got reproduction coming up, we want to make sure that we've got space in here. Otherwise, we can just sell them off earlier. So yeah, our pig pen is full. What we want to do is go and sell off all of these ones that we have that are, I'll go back, that are at the age where they need to be sold off, which is quite a big income. So we'll get this field done today, and I think we'll start that part of our sell-off today. Sell those and get the money in and make some space for some piglets to be born maybe before we finish. Using a slurry spreader this side requires a lot of back and forth. We're doing just over a row with each full tank of it, and so I'm doing a lot of running backwards and forwards to the silage tank to sort of collect it up. However, we are over halfway through the field, and we do have over half the slurry tank left. So I'm thinking very much that we're going to be okay as far as getting this field completed today, which is absolutely great news. Especially it's only 10 past 10 as well. We're making decent sized progress. As always, we're not worried about too exact and too perfect a coverage on here. It's always going to end up to be a little bit of a rough covering that we get on here. See, we've run out again already, but it is going to be enough to reduce the amount that we have to pay for fertilizer on this field overall. So that is the reason for doing the slurry, and very much I think I want to try and find going forwards if I can do something that will produce a lot of digestate. The bigger a farm is, the more of this kind of thing you need on it, and I think having maybe a BGA and creating some digestate to reduce my costs would go down really, really well. Let's back this up and get it refilled, and yep, we are currently rinsing and repeating this until this field is done. With this field mulched and slurry spreaded, I'm kind of wondering if we have enough time today to get the canola onto this field. We got about half a day, and if I could get it done, that would be great. I don't know what the power requirement for this slurry spreader is, though. I think we might be able to do this with the 7610, and if so, I think we want to have a look at that. Because ideally, I could then get this field finishing off with this and the 7610 and start at about midday with the getting this seeded with the canola with this tractor with our wider seeder, and that would probably allow us to get through this field today and get canola into here. So let's take this back up to the farm, and we'll see if we can't switch this over onto the 7610. The biggest issue is, with all this back and forth, the 7610 is a slower tractor. So it is going to end up taking us longer for these round trips with that. But as we're a good 2/3 of the way through the field, I don't think that's a big problem. Let's have a quick look. So there's our 7610. Let's pop into here. Nothing useful in the shop for us today. So I want to look at my seeders. And the case here requires only 60 horsepower. Oh, no. In fact, it's got a lower power requirement than the Massey Ferguson that's less wide. So let's go and... In fact, that wasn't what I was wanting to check, but that does mean the 7610 actually can pull that. Whereas the slurry spreader is least. Whereas that requires 75, so that would still work. I think I'd rather have it the other way around because I want the GPS abilities of this tractor for the seeding. So let's move this out the way. Like so. We'll get our 7610 out for this job. Yeah, so this is limited to 19 miles an hour as opposed to the 35, 36 miles an hour of the other tractor. Oh, we're nowhere near hooking up to that. Let's get that in the right place. And then that will work a bit better for us. This does have a... Actually, I've never noticed that before. This does have... Looks like a GPS receiver on the roof. I've always said, oh, it's not realistic for this to have GPS on it. It might be realistic to have GPS sensors for stuff based on that. But I think, oh, that is because we've got the crop sensors on here. So we have, having actual GPS on here, maybe not. But maybe having some of the crop sensing stuff makes more sense. So we'll hook this up to this seeder. I'd be surprised if we've got any seeds or fertilizer in it. Let's have a look. Fertilizer is less of an issue right now. Yeah, we have no seeds and no fertilizer in it at all. I'm kind of delaying all of my movement today based on this. But if I can get this canola in, that is going to make a huge difference. What have we got in here? We have 1,000 liters. Oh, we've got plenty of fertilizer and plenty of seeds. Right, let's load this up. I think this is going to work. Almost all loaded up. It's taken us about an hour to set this up where we're not actually spreading slurry. And it's a little bit worrying. I've got about 4 hours maybe to get this field done. And yeah, it's going to take more than these big bags. And of course, we're going to have to roll this as well. So this is going to be tight. In fact, I think this is going to be one of those things where we end up working into the evening to get this in. But if we got field 14 done today, that would be immense. That would make a massive difference to everything here. So bring this into here. We will set a new course. Now we should, when we do this as well, get an estimate for how long this will take. So, single tool, 5.3 meters, up, down, automatically generate me. Oh, we want 2 headlands, sharp in the corners. Okay, let's generate a course. And that's really interesting because that's not normally the course we get on this field. Does look like a more efficient course, but that will cause us problems. So I want longest edge and generating that. That is more like we expect. Now we want to start work on the center as well. There we go. That is the course that we want on this field. So let's head out, get this going. Yeah, and that's the course we normally run on here. Sort of a 90-degree one that allows us to run along this edge here rather than the bottom edge. And it's starting off going the other way. Oh, does it give me a time for this? Not in there, it doesn't. What about in here? There is somewhere where you can find an estimated time for a piece of work to be done. But I can't find it in here by the looks of things. If you know where that is, hit me up in the comments, let me know. But yeah, there is somewhere where you can get more information, including how long it estimates that this job will take. First waypoint, and away it goes. And it's begun. Hopefully, it'll get through the job. Meanwhile, we have another full tank of slurry here with our 7610. And we're going to be getting that going across here. And yeah. We've not got a huge amount of field left. So with any luck, this will all work out. I think my biggest mistake on here over the last couple of days has been not having every tractor out there working. We really should have had that going. I mean, we had run out of money and we did need to sell those bales last time. But we should have really had as many tractors out working as possible. And we can set this to go round and automatically fill from the slurry tank. We can set the hired worker to do that. I prefer not to do that. I prefer to actually have to go and pick it up and do the round trips. But if we're in an absolute pinch, you know, that is the way to do it. That is the way that it should be done. And yeah, because there's no way to automate the hired worker to drive all the way around to the slurry and pick it up. Now, whether we have the time to get this whole field done today, or whether we're going to end up with half a field here of winter canola, which would then need to be seeded with a load of spring canola in the new year. I don't know. It's going to be interesting seeing how far that seeder gets today. It has a decent sized width. It is going at a decent speed, and it partly depends all on how much fertilizer and seeds this is going to take. We're already on this number of rows down to 62% on the fertilizer and 48% on the seeds. I think we're probably going to have a run to the shop in order to make sure that this is kept filled as much as possible. And this hopefully should be the last of the slurry to go onto this field. Just finishing off this corner. And this is what is keeping the fertilizer usage down in that seeder. Even so, the fertilizer usage is quite high in order for it to top up to where it needs to. I'm fairly happy though with how this has gone. We've managed to get this whole field done, and I didn't really expect that to happen. So yeah, that's good. That's a good amount of slurry we've had off the pigs today. I'm not going to sell any pigs today because I think we've got too much on the farm. Ideally, I think we need to get... Well, we do need to get a tractor rolling, and I think the 7810 is going to be useful for that. Do we have another field of canola that needs mulching as well? Let's see, what have we got where? So, canola. Right, so that's going in there. 12B, 3 and 2A. That is where the wheat is going. What is the state of those? 2A still needs mulching. So that needs to be getting ready ahead of the winter wheat. So we'll move our mulcher over there. And, I think we might have to get our 4th tractor on the roller in between doing the loading up our seeder. The more I reflect on it, the more trying to get field 14 seeded with that canola today, I think might have been a mistake. We're going to have to go and do a lot of work into the evening, I think, to get that field finished, which annoys me. I should have known better than that. I should have tried not to jump the gun. However, here we need to refill this tractor with diesel. And while that's doing that, we're going to have to grab some DEF as well. I can pick it up. There we go. And refill it with that too. That's going to take a little while to do that. And while that's doing that, what I want to do is pop up to the shop and grab some seed and some fertilizer. Otherwise, well, we need a whole load of it because next time we are going to be very much kicking off into the winter wheat seeding, and that is going to be quite a big job. We got to get 3 fields done in 2 days. Should be very doable. Now the thing is, I'm not sure I should be using this trailer for this. We know we've had an issue before with a little bit of front heaviness, but we'll go. Oh, a little bit of back heaviness, making things wheelie. But we'll go because I do want to get a lot of these big bags onto here. So let's get some big bags purchased. We want, yeah, I think if I can grab 6 of those, that's 10,000. This is why we're having to, why we had to sell a load of bales. And we, yeah, that's the normal fertilizer. I should have gone for that. It's the same price, but we want the Anglian seeds, and we want 6 of those as well. Buy that for 4,800. Takes us down to £9,000, but that should be absolutely fine. And now I just need to load them onto the front of this. And in fact, I think that single big bag I've got there, we'll put that onto the front of the tractor just to counterbalance the weight of these 12 bags that we're gonna have going onto the back of this trailer. Okay, we're all loaded up. That's the last of it. Let's put this back in here, and I've been reflecting on what I've done today. I think I've made a big mistake. We're coming up to the end of the day, and we halfway through this field. We might not be actually so bad. Yeah, we're about halfway through this field, and we've just run out of fertilizer. So, yeah, we'll get this refilled. I do not have enough weight on the front of this tractor at all. I've had to extend the big bag that I put on the front right out in order to even things up. And even then, I'm still a little bit light. So, it's not ideal. All in all, though, we are going to have to work into the evening. The sun is setting. I need to refill the seeder, and we're going to have to roll this tonight as well. So I'm going to get the roller out and get that going as well. For now, though, I don't think there's much more we can do. We are losing the light. We will continue on into the night. We will get this seeded. I do think, though, this canola was a little bit of a mistake. I don't think we need to do this, and I think I've given myself a bit of a headache because I suddenly decided that I needed to do it. So we'll get it done. We'll get it done overnight, and next time we will have this field finished. I need to get this finished now. It's started, and it does need to be rolled tonight as well. Halfway through the field, though, that is not bad. As I said, had we started it at the beginning of the day, made the switch over, then I think we'd have been a lot better off, and absolutely would have had this field done in plenty of time. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Make snap decisions that make well, cause big issues. Let's open up the fertilizer section, get this reloaded, and then yeah, we can get this going again. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here, so all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.